This is Switzer Network News. On this report, we explore the relationship between the business of agriculture and the business of environmental sustainability.
We think sustainability provides a lens into asking pretty age-old questions. It's amazing to me, and I understand this. So as a business person, you have your fixed costs and your variable costs in your budget. And so if your energy was one thing one year and it's similar the next year and it's similar the year after, and maybe there's plus or minus growth, it's just not on the strategic radar. You just don't ask the question. If your water, you buy your water, your garbage bill it's generally considered a fixed cost and it's in the budget. All of a sudden we're coming in and saying, there's resources to mine in your chart of accounts. There's low-hanging fruit that you might have not asked the question of, well, do I need to be spending this much on my energy? Do I need to be spending this much on my water? Does my garbage bill need to be that much?
Sure Harvest has helped to transform the California wine growing industry into a nationally recognized leader in sustainability.
And one of the things around that was something as simple as benchmarking the industry in terms of how many folks get energy audits on a regular basis. That then led to a partnership with PG&E and literally hundreds of growers and wineries getting energy audits, and then a whole set of investments through the California Energy Commission and PG&E that led to significant increase in energy efficiency in wineries.
They also work with farmers to help them use less fertilizer.
It's very difficult to ask to reduce the amount of a key input because it might lead to less pollution, but you're risking your livelihoods. So our fundamental offering here is providing information that says you're safe within this zone. We have confidence based on this data that you can make that decision. So it's not a risky decision anymore. We could take the risk part out of it. Because without that risk management component, I don't know how a farmer wouldn't make that decision to protect their interest. It's asking way too much.
While there are many outcomes from this work with farmers, one significant result is the impact it can have on land use practices.
We have software systems that help growers make better water management decisions because they're able to pull in weather data, they're able to look and see all of their past irrigation practices, how much it's rained, and then really fine-tune when they apply water and how much to apply water. If we can improve the efficiency of existing ag, it puts much less pressure on the conversion of lands that have not been in production. From an environmental perspective, if we could reduce any conversion of any rainforest, any conversion of untilled grasslands, any conversion, that's the biggest impact that we can actually have.
Sure Harvest received a Conservation Innovation Grant from the federal government to help farmers measure their performance in sustainable practices, which they call the Stewardship Index. The goal is to provide a system to measure sustainability and make this available to the food industry as well as consumers.
So this project has a group of producers, farmers, it has a group of buyers who buy those products, and some of those then resell those, and it has a group of NGOs, and they all have to agree as a caucus. So the majority of NGOs, the majority of buyers, and the majority of farmers all have to say, yes, these are the right metrics for measuring sustainability. And yes, these are how those metrics can be used in commerce. And without that stakeholder input now, it would be very difficult to have widespread adoption. So we know that the outcome is going to have credibility. And I think that's such a key part of, and particularly in food now, as food really is a social movement.
Jeff Dlott is one of dozens of Switzer Fellows doing innovative and inspiring work. To learn more, visit switzernetwork.org and then click on the News tab. I'm Jerry Kay.